Engineer Paul Enidom to give us the theme of why we're all here. None.
Again, good morning, my dear priests and associates and friends of our foundation, Martina, Chinyere Enidom Foundation. Honestly, we are highly, we're very happy that you made it today, that you agreed to come as a priest of God. When this idea came to us like a flash, the question we considered, how are we going to invite priests on a round table to have a conversation on something that is so critical to all of us, individually and the society, education. And to be honest with you, we prayed over it, but again, we thank the education secretaries who also made it possible, because by the time we shared our thoughts with them and the bishop and unveiled our intentions, which has nothing to do with the work that we do as our career assignment or structure, they were gracious enough to give permission and approval for this meeting. So I think at this point, first and foremost, I want us to applaud the bishops for allowing us, giving kind permission for this to happen. Please applaud our bishops. Again, I want us to applaud the education secretaries. People, you may think that what idea comes to you makes sense to you. That's why I say all those things. By the time you share that thought with another person, by the time you share that thought with the person who is directly involved in the thing you are talking about, if that person gives approval and says, I think it makes sense, it means you need to also applaud that person. So kindly let us applaud the education secretary. Again, I think I also want to especially thank the associate of Martina, Chinyere Foundation, and the people who are actually making it to work. You know what? Before I go into the details, I want you to know that I'm standing here not as of my own, whoever, because somebody or some people are making it to happen. First, I also want to appreciate our executive secretary, Dr. Mr. I also want to talk about this young man here, my PA on ICT. I want to appreciate the family, and I also want to appreciate my two sons. The guys who I also said, you cannot be successful without success. There's no way the foundation can continue to make progress without they appreciating what we're talking about in terms of giving back to society, helping out in what is going to be for common good. And I want them to know that whatever Bobby is going to be doing, which they are part of as directors, they must be part of what we are talking about in giving back to society. That's why these two gentlemen, my sons, are here. I also want to especially appreciate Prof. I want to thank you for coming. A couple of times, it's not easy to make people to buy into what you are talking about. You may think that what you are talking about makes sense. But when you get the fineness of mind to agree with what we are saying to a point that requires us now to go deeper into those issues for collective benefit, for the good of all of us, it only makes sense for us to also appreciate God. Prof, thank you for coming. Thank you. I will say, Isa for my parish priest. He's here. The very first day this idea came to me, I called him to my house and we said, Father, I got here because we were having roundtable in our, local level. To make sense to him, because now what I try to do, if I come, if anything comes to me, the next thing is to share with the next person next to me. If it makes sense to that person, I extend it until it gets to a kind of this level. I appreciate our parish, my parish priest for coming. The last but not the least, I want to appreciate my big sister, Dr. Mrs. Obi Emelmadu. Notwithstanding the issue of health and challenges which she has surmounted, but when I mentioned this to her, she was gracious enough and she made it to me that she will be here. And here she is. Thank you for coming. Oh my God. Now, coming back again on this subject matter, when I was also thinking, I was asking myself, who will be the team? What are we going to be talking about? Even it's called as a kind of a statement. It will convey the entirety of what the foundation is trying to do. Again, we came to the issue of awareness plus ability plus choices equals potential. Again, I'll also be honest to you. I'm a person that believes so much in John C. Maxwell, an author, a communicator, a pastor, and an international leader. I've read a lot of his books. They have written over 100 books. And I can say that having read over 40 of his books, some twice, I can only say that he's a mentor to me as an individual, and by extension, a man who can also break as an associate of Martina, Chinyere, Enidom Foundation. And therefore, if we look at the team, the first question you ask yourself, why are we here? About 10 years ago, the government of Anambra State handed over primary schools to the mission, Catholic, Anglican, etc. Mission. 10 years ago or 11 years ago. The question we ask ourselves now, are these schools better off than they were 11 years ago? Because I will tell you, if you have something that you want it, and you don't have a way of evaluating that which you have, is a minus, it's a zero. Nothing can come out of something if you are not progressively, continually evaluating. And therefore, a government handing over these schools 10 years ago to the mission, I can tell you, the man who did it, the governor who did it with his good intentions. There were battles that were fought, and eventually Anambra State made it happen. One. Two, after that, when it happened, and after that, the question can be answered by anybody. It's not about me, because I'm not the owner of the schools. If it's for me, if you're asking me about for me, is for me better 5 years ago than now, I'll be able to answer you, because I will just simply go to my account book, and I'll go to check out the profitability index, capacity development of my company, and I'll go to answer you. But if I'm speaking from a lay person, an observer, someone who is interested in the issue of education because of what our matriarch stood for, I can tell you authoritatively, standing here, not much. And that brings us to the first part of this thing, awareness. And then if you have schools, for example, in Oka Diocese, we know 96 primary schools are handled. If we cannot, in all sincerity, as men and women of God, say that something that has been given to us, notwithstanding challenges that you are or that they are confronted with, if you cannot say that 11 years after, that those schools are far better than they were, I can tell you that I won't. And therefore, for us at this point of awareness, if the schools are not doing well or doing as much as those who initiated that transition, it simply means that information is important. There may likely be litanies of issues, challenges that will make it not to be centers of excellence as all of us kind of imagine that those schools should be. Unfortunately, we have about 4 categories of primary schools: privately owned, the one that is owned by the church entirely, 100%, the one that falls into the category of own government and the mission, under which we're now talking about, and those that are owned by government entirely. And I want to emphasize, again, talking about the awareness. If you look at it from the perspective of saying the private schools fairly very well, because the proprietor wants to continue to do something that will make more people to kind of enroll their children to schools. If you also look at the one that are owned by the church, excellent, to the point that yes. But the last 2 categories, where you can see majority of our children and young ones are going, majority, when I say majority, over 80% of the pupils at that level attend those 2 categories. What it simply means that if you want a better academic system, you must give attention on those 2 categories. If you don't, the society will continue to pay a heavy toll and price, because those children, as they are graduating and coming, they are neither useful in terms of thinking for themselves, nor are they capable of interpreting and understanding the thought of others. They will likely be at the category where they neither can think nor can they interpret the thoughts of others. What is simply means they are going to be trash on the society. And that means they will continue to engage them. Therefore, there is need for us to do something. Again, if you look at those 2 categories, one is entirely owned by government, the other one is, well, in the government, what it simply means that if the one that you are going to manage or you are managing, if you manage it well, if you're able to make it happen so well, government will sit up, because we are giving a payment to government and say, we are doing the work you give to us well. There's no reason why you cannot do your own well. Otherwise, I won't need the church, the society can stand on a solid ground to say, government, you are not doing your schools well. Now, it is like we forwarded all those issues about awareness. I don't want to bore you with all the details, but I will give you from a classical example. There are issues of government, sometimes, those schools, for example, and they say, people pay the tax. So sometimes, I say, don't want to manage the schools. But they are bringing teachers, you can't challenge, you can't provide, you can't credit, but it's a lie. Why I tell it is a lie? Oh, because we are allowing the family to exist. Oh, because somebody is not coming and standing and saying you are not doing the right thing. Which also brings us to the point of considering you priests as the kind of people who can stand and say, I am standing on a solid ground, because why? No any ulterior motive other than to make sure that it will a better society. In other words, Israel will go and make the environment society better. So all and they are accusing those primary schools. Don't worry, as to say you are not doing your work well. You are not going to get all of them to conform, but you are likely going to begin a journey that over time it will help. So anyway, challenges of that kind of relationship with the government, the kind of quality high level, yes, anyway, those challenges. But what we are saying, the moment you know all those challenges, the journey is hard on. Because I was getting here. Awareness. So what we are saying, we try to list all those awareness things that are international bell, international government, and I am getting. I will give you a classical example. Again, because of my personal interest. I was St. Mary's Reformer School under him, only the local government made transfer without getting his attention as a manager of the school. The head mistress, who happens to be a person who access to me, obviously, they transferred a wonderful teacher at this school out, and no more with us there. We see a neighbor, the local government education secretary. He was invited, he's supposed to be here. Even though it's not going to come. So when they go further, say, I don't know what manager of this was. Abba here. Imagine it. They got to go for life. Not much to go for. I went to the local government. Before they were here, I'm a man. Or something, I'm a man. But I don't know if I say, it is so good email with this transfer. I see yes. He said, did you contact the priest who's supposed to be the manager? Or say, he said, or say, he said, he won't know what. No part of doing a good local. Or say, he said, and then you won't wait to reverse that contract. 1 week. How would you reverse here? I will take it to the highest level of government. Or say, he said, and I left. I'm happy to tell you guys, within 1 week, we revamped that contract. What this simply means, that some of us who are there, we must do the needful. We can't continue to just simply be just standing there. You can do it narrow and full of force. And we cannot expect the education secretary or mayor, not possible. That's why sometimes two of them, when I call them, they are too busy. But no, the job is supposed to be fun. We're supposed to develop other leaders, develop all the people who have capacity. Therefore, what we're saying, now is the time for us to roll out. I've given one of those issues that falls under awareness. I also want you to, as you have it on your phone, just be glance on those, but I'm not going to go, but that's why we try to go digital. And then we are putting up and then a soft copy. My I know that I'm not, because that any conversation I'm doing there, we'll try as much as possible to give you that information any amount. So that you can go through it, reflect on them, and prepare for this kind of continual roundtable, which we are going to also discuss with you on how often we are going to be having that conversation. That brings us to the next, which is ability. Like I said, awareness plus ability plus choices. And of course we know anyone is useless for what? But I have always said, especially to my colleagues, Anambra, there's no state like Anambra. The capacity I want Anambra state, human capacity I want Anambra state. industry, human industry, we are like a 10-speed gear operating only on 2 or 3 gears. The question you are going to ask yourself, why are we not fully maximizing, operating optimally? It's leadership. Pure square, leadership. And that's why we are looking at the church. Church will, I think Malaka is branding. It's just a big church. It's a big brand. Anywhere in the world. You can't talk about Catholic. In fact, the one here is not Catholic. You can't talk 20, we contribute 80 of the success of the program. As you are making progress, just of course in this foundation, we continue to work with those 20%. Because that's one of the works of the year. Identify your strength and the strength of those people, invest in them, support them more, so that you achieve 80% of the result that you are looking at. We don't know whether now see the 100%, or not possible. It's never done, and never done. So if you're here, what about my church? Whatever we go, work on 80-20%. Find 20% of those who are going to make their work possible. Invest in them, support them, pay attention to them. They are the people that will make 80% of whatever that will make your activity resonate. Part of the ability and the work now. Like we know that the bishops and the education secretary are gracious enough to select him to become principal leaders of officers of schools, which we are going to also describe very shortly. And your ability is already highly known. If we hear no, and then we are saying, all the difficulties and all the challenges, and we are saying, you have all it takes. Again, we try to highlight all those issues of ability. I can't talk about that. The idea is, people here they reflect, that brings us to the last point, which is choices. Choices. Today, we have decided as a congregation to take action. Because for every situation under the circumstance, you may decide to take action or not. But also remember, most of the issues of this, my mother, who happens to be the member of my family, and who insisted like the rest of things. As of now, that she was ministered in the spirit to train like as a 12 priest at the age of 86 years or thereabout. And she was talking to myself and my senior brother. I always say, I'm like, 12 priests, you can't afford to do 12 priests. KMA 1 or simple, KMA 2 or simple, 3, no way. I went back to Abuja and we are sending money and normal monthly allowances to her. Suddenly, I got a call from my sister who told me that our mother name is one. She will take that money and go to the priest and deposit that our mother wasn't feeding anymore. No, personally, I came back home, I tried to, cajole her, convince her, she refused. I had to go and bring the former parish priest. Because she can only listen to you and not to me. Oh, they cannot tell you why. And when you're there, they tell, we say, I'm going to tell. Father, we say, I'm going to go walk. We pass down. But now, I don't like playing this game of A0Z or A0Z. Spiritual information. It's young. I saw some concern. Even this morning, as I was coming here, I'm talking about choices. As I was coming here, my sister called me and said, I wish you good luck today. He came here as my senior brother. And of course, we share this one again. Listen, I don't care to know. I want to know what is it. You see, I say, go there. Any day, I can do it. Because I don't believe that as Nasi. I won't know more than I say that more should be able to fund it. And of course, what I did, I was very practical. I'm a businessman. You can't go and tell me to do something that I can say from my own position. I don't have funding. It's a nice thing. You will now bargain. Tell that person to bring money. I will take no foundation. And what happened? You know my brother, for me, I don't know, is a father. I call for me. Now you have the little. You see, since she is the person mooting this idea, we're going to put her name. What about that? I will use Martina, Chinyere Engr. I will tell you, sometimes in a name, there's something great. And I can tell you, since then, I'm a very hard person to be convinced about spiritual thing. I've become all to the top of us. May the soul of Martina and the souls of the faithful departed, thank you very much. I took this initiative on the name, again, opening the issue of awareness and telling them that we are capable of doing these things. That we are going to make a choice. Almost all the primary schools that made mandate, like someone like Chief Sim says, I'm going to computerize all the primary schools that made. I'm going to install all the solar systems that made all the primary schools. And again, ability tells me that means it's possible. Now, number one idea of atheist development, that they are more likely to contribute. Or any development initiative movement that cannot be possible. And Martina was the convener of any development initiative. How Martina was the convener. And guess what? By the time I never had it now. We now told ourselves that we are going to take it out because one thing is to do, and that is who is going to be there to make sure that those things are sustained. And I'll tell you, if we decide that all the 96 primary schools will be computerized, if we decide like a solar system, that all those primary schools, if we decide that in terms of security, that those primary schools will first renovated, I can tell you, from what I know about the good people of Anambra State, they will be accomplished. But if we don't like that, they didn't get it. Which is why we are going to come back to the water of Enidom, and we said, to really get it. If we do a good team, how do you help money? No problem. And there's no way any student can be good if teachers are not good. There's no way you are talking about a school that people are good that they do for the kids. And that's how we are told we decided that if we are going to accomplish things together with all of you, no matter however difficult, which draws me to the issue of maybe alternate people like the former president of the United States, John F. Kennedy. We are going to go to the moon, not because they are easy, but because they are hard. When he was talking about that, I was still about the America going to the moon. We are not thinking about this thing, not because it's easy. We are not thinking about that. We are going to computerize school, not because they are easy. No. We are going to do that because they are hard. And we are going to do that because it affects our life. And having said that, the course of the week is 3 national days. We are taught as managers of the schools. You know, and I will tell you, as I get Bishop and go ahead. I get a dedicated account, special account. I know why you're doing here. Because what we're going to do is that all of you are managers. But from looking at your business and thinking about leadership, to help you run and move around. More your question. But we're going to take action. Can you think we take that on the public sector? So we pray, and not doing that. And not doing that. We are not set up. We the education secretaries. And now when all how you are now managed here, and then with documentation, and then with reporting. Every 10, I go down every 10. I have got back. Joe Maya, how far so far? Because that's part of what we are saying. Evaluation cannot be limited to anyone. I am with the consultant. Martina, Chinyere the foundation, by the grace of God, Bishop, appointed us as a consultant for this program. You can come back. And therefore, in saying all this, we are happy. We are grateful to God. Hallelujah. I give you the posters of the place where we are. You don't buy their own posters, local dances. You never guys like I never know their own posters. Even though I'm level 20 posters. Even though I'm Nanti never proceeded 20 managers. Undoka proceeded 40 managers. Manakamu Nesho with everything human. Did up an affair. I do yourself. But I don't know why not a Martina, Chinyere, Enidom Foundation. We know, and I can tell you, by the special grace of God, over the day, believe in this program, you have paid some money at the 3 diocese account on this program. See, Colombia Waka. So, look at one as everyone Waka. All of them work. But the grace of God, all of us working as a group, as a team, and you go behind us, it will be unveiled to the public. Yeah. If there are organizations, 14 managers, the same organizations, when we have one organization, you see my genuinely. The others could take another account for this purpose. For what? What that can I raise to the other? There's a job. We have an idea of more. You are going to encourage you. Because you will be that. How more leader and movie? Who will be that leader in the field? And I feel them to leader now. One of those who go, who is I to take down. only the one more academia. And when we find just one now, but I know we have a name that is exceptional. Area as a director, now Jimate. I'm a director, no avoiding that of wash. Or make a big one, not that's not there. Way more than half. Way more than half. All these schools, I want to say that in the next 3, 4, 5 years, all the schools must be fenced and protected. All the schools must be doctorized. All the schools must have solar systems. And in any school, under this preference, even over I can see higher without the Ghana standing teacher. City, I can tell you I can see no class will do that election. I can see here, I am to do their own part of the game. We must put pressure on government. We must stand up, not for any other reason, but for the sake of the young children of the Ghana. Thank you.